The basketball addicts back at it, breaking down the Western Conference playoffs. The Spurs, despite what you just saw there, that big triple, they won the game, 103-96. Final score, even though the Grizzlies were up late in this one. The big quote coming out of this series, Pop says Kawhi is the best player in the game. CP24's Kayla Marie, do you agree?
No, I do not agree. I think that he is one of the best players in the game, but top player, I would disagree with that statement.
Who do you have slotted in that number one spot?
In the number one spot, right now,
Yeah.
LeBron.
Amy? Oh, wait, no, hold on. There's a caveat to that.
Prior to them getting eliminated, you know, I was completely in awe of Westbrook, just like a lot of other people. True. Right now.
Amy?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a skewed question a little bit, just because obviously we're watching a lot of Kawhi Leonard right now. We're not watching a whole lot of LeBron. They swept. Golden State swept and all their fun people they have over there. So, and then we go to both ends on the court.
Right.
And so we joking around about disagreeing with Coach Pop. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with him yet. Give me one more game.
No?
One more game.
Why are you so afraid of him?
Game.
He's not watching.
I'm not afraid of him.
I promise you he's not watching.
I'm not afraid of him. I just respect him that much.
Wow, wait, that's way too much respect for anyone. Dan Gladman, quickly before we move on to the next question, who's the number one player in the game? Is it Kawhi Leonard?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about two-way play, you're talking about offense and defense.
I said quickly.
Well, I got tons of time, man, so you're going to have to wait around for me, okay? I think Kawhi is definitely top two, 3, maybe 4 players.
But
in the
not
league.
number one.
Well, but what do you expect a coach to say? Of course, he's going to say his guy is the best guy, but Kawhi still has some work to do in his resume to surpass LeBron and even Curry in my book.
Curry? What? That name came out of nowhere. I don't think he's.
I think Curry's.
But he's probably playing the best
one
right
of the
now.
players.
Playing the best right now.
Curry? You have Curry in
absolutely.
rivaling LeBron? I think we killed this argument last year.
We've talked about this for years. Yeah, I have Curry.
Okay, anyways, moving on. The Spurs take out the Grizzlies. Moving forward, now they get the Houston Rockets. Knowing that 3 of the 4 games between these two teams came down to less than 2 points. Are we finally excited to watch the Spurs play late night playoff basketball?
You can't say the word finally. It's just bothering me. I want to move.
So you mean tell me you are always excited to watch the Spurs play in the playoffs?
Let me say,
Spurs
all those faces you made answered my question more than whatever you
because here's the thing. Okay, yes, the Spurs aren't glitz and glamour, and they don't have the highlight reel. So no, it's not boring though. It's good fundamental basketball that I enjoy watching. Don't give me that look.
All right, okay.
They play the
help your
system,
sister out.
No, I mean, I think, how can you sit here as a basketball person with any knowledge and say that the Spurs aren't great? Well, come on. Because I believe deep down inside you agree with me. The Spurs, you cannot sit here and say that anyone should finally be excited to watch one of the greatest organizations in terms of tradition and the way they play and who they have. I mean, it's disrespectful to use the word finally excited to watch the Spurs play. You sit down and I mean, it is a little bit in terms of the integrity of the game.
I think you got to take this a bit far.
It was
what
a
I
poor
said
question.
I said excitement. I'm not saying
finally. You said finally.
Take it back.
Normally, no one was excited to see San Antonio play Memphis. Did you stay up till 10:30 to watch those games?
Not all of them.
Because you weren't excited. When you're excited for something, you're going to get up on your seat and you're going to wait. That's excitement. So I'm sorry if you're thinking it's disrespect.
No, I'm always excited to watch San Antonio play basketball.
Every game?
I didn't, but that's because I have a life. No, because I have other things in my life, Akil. But
that excites you more.
Playoff basketball.
That excite you more. Other things that
This is getting personal and really lame as well. Change topics.
Fine. Let's close it on this. Who you got? How many? Dan?
Oh, I got the Rockets winning it in 7, and
wow.
I think it's a great series. I think whoever San Antonio plays from this point forward is an exciting series. San Antonio, maybe Memphis was. Maybe Memphis is boring.
Shut up, Kayla. Who you got? How many?
I have Spurs in 6. I think that the old guys, yes, veteran experience is going to make it through this long series. It's not going to go 7, but I'm calling it in 6.
Amy?
And I have Spurs in 7 just because they have a home court. I think whoever controls the pace of play for the longer period of time is going to win these games in this series.
A rare agreement. Me and Dan agree on that one. But switching focus now to another Western Conference series. The Clippers are down a game to the Utah Jazz, and they're down a man without Blake Griffin. But we build Chris Paul as this great generational point guard. Should he not be able to get his Clippers past the Jazz in the opening round of the Western playoffs? I'll start with Dan Gladman.
Well, Chris Paul is a great generational point guard.
Yeah, who fails to get out of the second round.
One of the
every
finest leaders in the league, and he beat an NBA champion San Antonio Spurs 2 years ago in the first round.
And
He's
lost
had
in the
some
second
success. Well, there's holes in that roster, and they haven't been able to get through it. It's not.
Is he going to get
Chris
them out
Paul's
of? Is he going
fault.
to get them past Utah then?
No, not now. Not without Blake Griffin.
Yeah,
nope.
they haven't looked
Utah's got that series now.
He got the Hornets pretty far. Remember back in the day when it was just him, David West.
Chris Paul's been great, but I mean, Utah's a nice team.
Kayla.
And they're healthy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can't not give Chris Paul his credit. He is a great individual player. Unfortunately, it's yet to be seen where he's been able to put it all together and lead a team past the second round. But like he said, without Blake, that's going to be tough for them.
So this is a closeout.
Yeah.
You're done.
I
Amy,
forgot.
agree quickly because we got to go to break.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think a lot of people are paying that close attention because of the way Golden State's been playing. I don't think either of those guys are getting past the next round anyways. So.
Okay, all right. Well, another great thing that came out of this series was, of course, you know, the fans, they're pretty savvy. Someone went and changed who was it? They changed the Clippers Wikipedia page, and the owner of the Clippers is now Joe Johnson. Tons of game winners. Now he owns the team. Makes sense. Shouts out to Reddit and Wikipedia. Shouts out to Sweets for this one.
He used to own the Raptors.